All right, folks, we will be starting soon. Starting soon. I put myself on the screen just for now. We got to send out the live stream link to people. We are here. We are live. Lots of great discussion, research, etc. We're going to be going over. We are live now. I'm letting our Telegram group know if you want to join. Link is in the description. If you're watching this back after the fact, drop a like. This is going to be packed with value. Okay. Mr. Best 7, what's up? I'm right here, man. I'm right here. We're going to be covering everything today. XRP, HBAR, so much crazy stuff happening. As I research, I get more bullish. I forgot how this feels. I forgot how it feels to get more bullish as I research. It's a very good feeling. What about Biffy? We'll talk all altcoins. Let me get the link sent out to everybody here. Boom. Let's make sure we tag everybody in the Discord as well. Get everyone in here first. What's up, Daniel? Greetings from Denmark. That's insane. Mr. Best, yes, encouragement is key, but we want to avoid the brainwash, right? We want to avoid the brainwash, but encouragement is key. We're going to start this with a ginger shot, folks. We are going to start this taking a ginger shot, okay? So that's that. You're going to watch me take a ginger shot live. Then we will hop into the charts, XRP, HBAR, some crazy news. We covered yesterday the Federal Reserve is like upping their balance sheet right now. They're investing in assets, putting money, capital in. Okay, that's out. Let's get the IG link to the people right now. Get the IG link. Boom. Take the picture. Man, we gotta just let everyone know we're live though, right? Discuss Trump coin. You guys can ask about any coin, and I will be answering today. I will be answering. Boom. Just getting this out here, and then we'll dive in to the charts. Manchester, UK, Seth, I appreciate you for being here. Welcome, everyone. I'm just getting the live link out to some people so we can get all the amazing crypto people in here. Okay. Message retracted. What were you trying to say, bro? We are live now discussing XRP, HBAR, and more. Boom. Okay, those are out. And we're good to go, folks. Drop your questions in the chat. Let me see. Okay, we're good. Boom. Yeah, we're going to be going over the road to 20K, $20,000 per XRP as well in this stream. Stronghold, that's one I do need to look into again. If you guys have been watching me for a while, we've been on YouTube for 5 years now. And Stronghold, when that coin came out, it set the XRP community on fire. And I want to check it out again because they're probably revamped. Spam up yes in the chat if you want me to take this ginger shot right now. We got to start the stream with a ginger shot, and I have a juice right here too. What do you think about a VC token? I do not know. I haven't checked that one out. We can probably look at that today. Depending on how the stream goes. I just say what I have to say. Okay, something's happening to Robert, man. You should be good. Why does XRP keep going down? We will talk about that. Let's actually get the charts on the screen here. Actually, let's take the ginger shot first. Ready? Cheers to the ginger shot if anyone's doing it with me. Dang. Oh my goodness. MegBZK, my wife is right there. Please go and sub to her channel. Sub to her channel. She's going to drop a video soon. At MegBZK. She's going to drop a video. She has one loaded up. Okay, let's get the charts on the screen, though. Did I buy XPR? Oh, good question. You want to know my personal financial business. I will say no, I did not buy XPR yet. I would say I'm still in the research phase of that for XPR. But we're looking at XPR. We are looking at XPR because, dude, they've got everything built. And their CEO, like, did you guys see when I went over that? Let's see if we can find it still. Yeah, right here. They have an ISO 20022, like a simulator where they can show how they're able to send compliant transactions. This is their simulator. It's pretty insane. And anyone who's like already doing this means they're really ahead. So what I detect with XPR is that they're really ahead of the game. And dude, they're going up. Wow, they've been doing good. 7 days, 22%. That's crazy. XPR, why does XPR look like a scam? That's what I would ask you, is why does XPR look like a scam? To me, it does not look like a scam. But let's get in. Let's start with the XRP chart right here. Look at this, $2. We remember last time we set the line right here at exactly $2, and then we set a line, at 2.2. So why is it dropping? Well, because a lot of that hype is dissipating off of this pump. You guys saw we predicted this little triangle right here, the blue lines converging down into a single point. This is when Jake Claver made his prediction to go to $100. We only went to $2.4, and now we're back down, basically like very close to where we were, right? So 2.09, all I care about is we stay above $2, right? We are cementing the new reality that XRP is just casually $2 per coin. The next reality that we have to cement and make the new normal, we have to make it normal for XRP to be $5 plus, right? And by the way, make sure you drop a like on the stream, like click the like button so we can get this out to more people and get them in here. So XRP 2.09, just hanging out at 2.09. If I begin to feel extremely bullish again, which I am, the more research I do, the more bullish I become. If you guys saw my little voice memo in the Telegram, I was basically saying, like, I forgot what it felt like to actually do research and then get more bullish off of it, because we kind of stepped back a little bit, especially from researching XRP. I stepped back. But once you look at how much progress has been made, Rudy, what's up? Been watching for years. Thank you. XRP will flip Bitcoin. That's what I want to talk about too. Can XRP flip Bitcoin? Can we flip Bitcoin? 2026 would be crazy. I don't think it's going to happen in 2026. But yeah, XRP, we're going to go over the Chad Stein grabber theory, which is basically all supply and demand, I believe. He dropped this in 2022. We can take a look at that. First thing, though, I want to go over some of the thoughts I've been putting out. Basically, if the flippening happens, which we need it to happen, that is the fastest route to XRP being top dog. Okay, that's the fastest route to 5 trillion market cap and all the way up. The fastest route, which, I always say there's like a basket of things that has to happen before XRP can really do well, and HBAR and all of these coins. This speeds up that basket, okay? This cuts that basket by a lot, by like 25%, right? If the flippening happens. The flippening is when one asset finally surpasses the market cap of Bitcoin. Okay, and we know the truth about market cap on this channel, so we're not saying that, we're simply talking about the psychological prison that market cap has us in, which is that nothing can flip Bitcoin. But yes, something can flip Bitcoin, and I hope it happens. The most likely culprit is going to be XRP, Ethereum, Tether doesn't really count, and Solana. Those are the most likely culprits to flip it. And it's far away. It's far away. If XRP, for example, let's do the calculation. If XRP flipped it, we would be at a $30 XRP. That's why my main bullish price target is $30. Like doable, super doable. If HBAR flipped it, that's a long shot. HBAR is not going to be the one to flip Bitcoin's market cap for the first time, right? We want a lot of stuff to surpass Bitcoin. We want so many coins to surpass Bitcoin. The other path is that Bitcoin goes to 10 trillion. That's the other path. Bitcoin goes to 10 trillion, 20 trillion, 30 trillion, surpasses physical gold. That's really doable. This is doable, right? Gold itself, physical gold, has $31 trillion market cap, right? What about digital gold, where you can't find more of it? The supply is absolutely finite, okay? We will, in my opinion, one day surpass, if nothing bad happens to Bitcoin, right? There's quite a few variables that could affect Bitcoin. But one of the paths is that Bitcoin eventually just goes above gold's market cap, right? And becomes really known as digital gold, the digital version of gold. And by the way, even with digital gold, there are two different sides to it. There's Bitcoin, which is being called digital gold, but then you have products like Pax Gold, right? Where this is actually pegged to the price of gold. So this is digital gold too, because you can hold Pax Gold, and this is pegged to the price of gold, and gold's been doing insane, right? You can see it right here. If we go gold price, just like that, oh my goodness, gold price, go over here. Can you guys see this? Yes. Okay, 4497, we're right there. So this is pegged to gold. So when you hear people talk about digital gold, there are two different ones. There's Bitcoin being like metaphorically called digital gold, and then there's products like this that allow you to invest in gold pegged assets. XRP will never be pegged to gold. Anyone you hear saying that is extremely misled. And I am confident when I say that. They are really misled, and they are misleading you too, right? David Schwartz has, I'm pretty sure he has literally came out and said that is the dumbest thing ever, okay? Continuing on the flippening, because there's the two paths. There's flippening, and then there's Bitcoin doing extremely well. I don't care which one happens. The more fun and chaotic one is the flippening. Although Bitcoin going crazy is also extremely fun and chaotic. Okay, we've got the juice here, folks. Apple beet ginger cold pressed juice. Ready? Unfortunately, it is housed in plastic, but I mean, sometimes you have to take the microplastic hit to get the good juice in. Okay, it's not in glass, but because we got this shipped to the house. Extremely good. Get your juices in, folks. Extremely good. We will have escaped the psychological market cap prison. It is, so by the way, I have a full video coming where I break down if we can make it to $1,000 for XRP, which is huge. That's like, dude, basically everyone in here would be rich, right? Because that's a 500x from $2. So even if you have $10,000 in XRP, that's literally going to be a lot of money for you, right? So it's amazing because we are aligned with the absurdity curve. What is the absurdity curve? Well, it's not an official term, but I've made it up. The world continues to get more absurd, especially from AI. AI will make the world even more absurd. And as that curve goes up, so does the cryptocurrency absurdity curve. It's the same thing. The more absurd the world gets, the better for crypto, okay? It's going to be normal to see the market cap of crypto above 10 trillion. That's what we need. So that's the flippening path. Then I also put out this one. If you find yourself getting mad that good Ripple news or any news in crypto, like if you're into Polygon and Polygon puts out a good piece of news, lands a big partnership or something, and the price doesn't move, if you find yourself getting mad at that, you're one of three things. Number one, you're either over invested and therefore over emotional about your investment. These things shouldn't make you feel anything. That means you're over invested. You're putting too much faith in it. Okay? And emotions and investing do not mix. This should be something you basically are detached from. So that's number one, if you're getting mad at it. Number two, you don't understand the long game, right? It's much more than just a couple pieces of good news moving the price, unless you're trading. And then number three, you're just a hater. You enjoy a stable coin since 2017. He says options. Option number 4 is you enjoy holding a stable coin since 2017. He is talking about XRP right there, and he's not correct, right? XRP is far from a stable coin. You can see 2017 especially, we went from under a cent to $4, then the bear market, then we had a big run again, then a bear market, then a big run again, or bearish market I should say. Manchester, UK, Raula, thank you for being in here. Aaron, you said needing quant to go back to all-time high. Yeah, we all do. We all need it. Let's go over the new Ripple news today as well. Look at this. This is what inspired. This guy actually inspired my tweet, right? He said literally means piss and crap, right? Lower. Ripple has obtained registration with the Financial Conduct Authority through its UK subsidiary. Right here, the future of regulated digital assets in the UK has arrived. Ripple has officially secured approval of both an EMI license and crypto asset registration from the UK's FCA. And I believe we had, yes, Bank XRP right here is also covering this. And like everyone is covering this because this was announced today. Basically, FCA approval for its electronic money institution license. We need all the licenses. Ripple has all the licenses. They have all the approval. The cards are being stacked, right? The deck is being stacked. It is a rigged deck, okay? I am a business professor and I learned from Crypto Mason. Very few universities teach about crypto. I refer my business students to Crypto Mason's YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you, bro. And we want to make sure that when they come to this channel, this is a goal of mine, I feel like too, is to make sure there's like very clear. I've always said that crypto needs an initiation, meaning like no one can participate in crypto without going through this initiation, right? Because it's rampant with scams. There's so many scams. There's so much deception, people misleading each other. So much fake stuff. It's so hard without watching someone who knows it and has been in it for 7 years. It's so hard to know what is real and fake. So we need like that initiation. And I've always wanted to build that where it just completely destroys every single illusion. And I've been, on TikTok, like if you go to my TikTok, we started doing that. And by the way, all these videos are like on other platforms too. You can see right here, I have the, oh dude, hold up. Don't be putting my password and stuff on the screen, bro. Come on. Come on, TikTok. So we did quit TikTok though, right? But I have the Learn Crypto Fast playlist. Then I've also got the trading playlist. And we used to have a crypto lessons one. Where is that? The meme coins one. Oh, I think I turned it into Learn Crypto Fast. But these bite-sized initiatory things, we need to get everyone on the same page. Vegito Black, appreciate the super chat, man. 589, oh my goodness. Did we just get a 589? Is that a sign? You know what? Yesterday when I was driving our car, I looked at the gas tank and we were at 589 and I was like, dang, this is just meant to be. Vegito Black, bro, he says, what does he say? Love your work, Mason. Glad I found your channel recently, man. Oh, you're a recent guy. Welcome in. There's a lot of history on this channel, but we're really coming fresh. Thank you for the super chat, Vegito. And I saw you in the other stream. I think that's the one you found me on, right? Thank you. We do have the alpha. I'm telling you, I'm going to get back into being a provider of the, because I used to be like, it used to be where people would copy me. They would copy my info because I was finding stuff faster. The competition is a lot harder. There's a lot more people covering this, but I do think I can find some very, very special stuff. And the reason people are going to watch this channel too is because I have the AI connection. I understand that the economy is about to get decimated, good or bad. Okay. No one knows what's going to happen with the singularity and humanity reaching the singularity with AI. No one knows what's going to happen. No one knows the effect on the economy. It might do nothing, like Peter Thiel says. It might do everything, like Elon Musk says, right? Elon Musk kind of says we're going to reach the age of abundance, and we're going to reach basically universal high income, right? Universal high income. Whereas Peter Thiel says we're overestimating and overhyping AI. It's not really going to do anything. And that is how I feel right now. Like the type of stuff that's out there is insane. Type of stuff that's out there, like for you to use with AI, is insane. Okay, let's keep going through some of this stuff. We had big XRP news today. Let me get another sip of this juice right here. What is your take on the Flare ecosystem with the new integration? Not fuzzy, thank you. Thank you for the support. What is your take on the Flare ecosystem with the new integration of FXRP and how they are helping XRP to be used for more things? I mean, if we go to Flare, watch this. Flare literally has another crypto project on their banner and in their bio. Their entire business right now, their entire thing is putting your XRP to work in DeFi on Flare. I feel like they've reverted. Someone maybe who paid more attention to Flare no, they were this from the start. Fuzzy community, shout out to you guys. I'm still holding. I didn't sell it after the video or anything. I'm still holding that. Put your XRP to work, right? Whoa, they follow 689. 589, they follow 689. Wait, does Brad still follow 589 people? Of course he does. Of course he does. Wait, what is this, bro? Who is doing this? Who is doing this? Look at David Schwartz in the back. Bro, who is making AI videos of Brad? Oh my goodness. Dang, he has not tweeted in a long time. There's a Brad tweet coming. There's a Brad tweet coming. Who's not real, bro? I'm real. There is a Brad Garlinghouse tweet coming. I feel it. I'm going to predict it. There's a Brad Garlinghouse tweet coming, and it's going to be bullish. Okay, let's refresh the page. Maybe he tweeted just now. Let's see. No, he's still talking about RLUSD. So what do I feel like with Flare? Honestly, this is the best DeFi project on XRP, of course, the most solid in my opinion. And, you know, they just brought FXRP to Hyperliquid. Now we just need some volume, honestly, right? If we click here, Hyperliquid, FXRP, they're doing, oh wow, the volume really turned up since the last time we watched or looked at this. Yeah, Hyperliquid is sick, man. This is like on-chain Binance. He will tweet on the 22nd. Oh yeah, 22, lucky number 22. You still think HBAR can outperform XRP? Absolutely. HBAR can outperform XRP because it has further to move. Like it can move harder and further, in my opinion. You've got 50 billion supply. You've got half the supply. You've got equal, if not more, potential. Actually, I won't say HBAR has more potential than XRP. Okay, excuse me. I will say HBAR has equal potential. Equal potential to XRP, right? It's, you know, 50 cents is only what we've been to, and 2019, it's a newer coin. I predict he will tweet on the 15th of January. Yeah, 15th. How many days? Yeah, 6 days. Yeah, isn't there an event, though, coming up? Okay, let's get into the Chad Steingraber theory, okay? Let's read through this, because this is an old tweet, the road to 20K XRP. Let's see what he's saying. Financial housekeeping, 3 basic principles that determine the value of an asset. So can XRP get to $20,000? First is supply and demand. Facts. That's all it comes down to, honestly. Most of what it comes down to. With small demand, you'll be left with a supply of assets that have little value. The opposite, you have skyrocketing prices. This is exactly what I'm talking about, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We don't have the scarcity component. Bitcoin, Quant, even Chainlink has the scarcity component. There's a reason the developers of XRP put the supply at 100 billion. There's a reason for that. Okay. Now let me go back to my drawing right here for supply and demand, because we have this, right? Oh, this is a sneak peek at my new video gonna drop tomorrow probably. This is a sneak peek. Okay, main points right there. But as the supply gets eaten up, the price per token will go up. Okay, and those two arrows converge on each other. And the same amount of dollar investment at different prices equals less tokens. I will not be in Vegas for the convention. No, I don't go to crypto conferences anymore. It's not, no, I don't. I got a family to build and an empire to build. I don't have time. There's way more HBAR circulating now in terms of market cap. It blew away 2021 all-time high this entire year. We didn't surpass 2021. But yes, there's way more in circulation. That technically is a bad thing, right? At the same time, though, it's a good thing because we know where all of the HBAR is. And then you just need that demand to come in and it to get into the right hands. Let's go and check quick before we get back to the, what's it called? The Chad theory here. Send me a shirt. Thank you, bro. From the Vegas convention. 18 million is the volume today on the ETFs. Any actual updates? No actual updates. Wow. $10 million or 10 million XRP token week 2 net flow. Let's keep it going on the theory right here. So supply and demand, yes. Second is market appreciation. I build 3 houses, ABC, and sell them at 250K. Market value for the hood equals 750K. Years later, C sells for 500K, and now all 3 are worth 500K. 1.5 million, which means the hood doubled in value. This is true, but how is he going to relate that to XRP? And how long is this, by the way, too? Oh, it's a pretty long theory. Wow. We will go through some of it. Who is that commenting right there? Oh yeah, he made a video on it. Let's see what we think about this though, because I don't know where he's going with this. Only 250K of new money entered the hood, bringing the original money injection to 1 million. So only 250K of new money. The other 500K, excuse me, the other 500K in the hood market cap is phantom money. This is due to the willingness to pay a price for an asset of perceived value. Now, does he have market cap confused? Shouldn't this be another term right here, market cap? So if you're just joining now, drop a like, spam up that heart button by your chat. We're going over the $20,000 XRP theory that is so famous. Okay, so famous. So he's saying phantom money, right? This is due to the willingness to pay a price for an asset of perceived value. Third, limited assets. The Mona Lisa is valuable because it's the only one. We can make copies or derivatives, but we can't make more Mona Lisas. Also, because of its importance to society, we place... So XRP doesn't have this. XRP does not have this. It has limited assets. There's 100 billion of them, but that's a lot. That is a lot of XRP. And the thing is, as the price goes up, you need less tokens to convey a bigger value, right? You need less tokens. Less supply is needed to hold higher values. CoinMarketCap says HBAR market cap only hit 6 billion in 2021. We hit 13 billion this year. So yeah, you are right. Take a look at that. That is actually a good sign in my opinion. Now let's do the same comparison with XRP. We also look the same with XRP for market cap. And yeah, this is basically just how it works, right? Because there's more circulating supply coming out, you can have a lower price with a higher market cap. So you guys, this cracks the code for people. If you want the truth about market cap and price and how it works, just look at the chart. In 2025, we reached 13 billion, probably, 14 billion. But in that same time, the price was only 28 cents, way lower than in 2021, where we reached 50 cents. But the market cap was, the market cap was even lower. That is weird. Look at this. So, okay. I wish these charts were more precise on, can we do this? Oh my goodness, we can do that. Okay, this is interesting now. Are these like weeks or months? Okay, these are months though. Interesting. How do we get back? There we go. Yeah, so you can have a higher market cap with a lower price. That's pretty crazy. And this, I've never thought about showing people this, but this is very good to show that. Okay, which one of these does XRP have? We have, supply and demand is good. Market appreciation is good. But this limited assets. Now for those new to XRP, let's establish some facts. We have a limited supply of less than 100 billion. On each ledger transaction, destroys or burns a small portion. Yes, every single transaction that's done with XRP has a burn, right? Fee burn. The fee burn is right here. 10 drops is permanently destroyed. Permanently destroyed. Okay, and you've got people here discussing, to burn the 100 billion supply, it would take 10 quadrillion transactions. Basically trying to understand the burn rate. It really doesn't Yeah, manipulation. With Hedera, this looks like manipulation because it's like they released more tokens to make the price fall or something, or stifle the price. Very weird stuff right there. Okay, you've got the burn. You can issue any other asset on the ledger. XRP is dirt cheap today because almost all trading is a small public pool of existing money that's essentially wash trading back and forth through retail. Yep. The public supply is important because that determines the price. Circulating supply is king. This is true. This is the reason why Ripple, they know that they need to put that money that they get from escrow, they need to put it back and get it off the market. And then when they dump their XRP to fund their operations, right, and fund their rampant acquisitions of companies, because they are buying so many different companies, how they fund that is through selling XRP on top of your head. Now, I've explained, and I will explain in my new video coming this weekend, but you're getting it here now. You guys are special in the live stream. Basically, the OTC, how it works is, let's say you're a whale. You have 1 million XRP, right? Or so let's say you have 10 million XRP, and you want to sell it to me for $20 million. I will simply wire transfer you $20 million, and you will simply transfer me, my wallet, the XRP. Now, did that use an exchange? No. Did that transaction take place on this market? No. That was a peer-to-peer, over-the-counter, peer-to-peer, over-the-counter transaction. The XRP changed hands to me. You got your 20 million. You made a sale, but that won't reflect on this chart. So this is how the elites buying XRP, if they are, elite institutions are absolutely buying XRP, and some elite people, I'd assume. This is how they can do it. It's called the dark pools. Dark pools is a made-up term. Okay, there's no official darkpool.com website where you can go, right? The dark pools are dark because you can't see them. It's anonymous. I feel like I know you in real life, bro. Oh, do you? Raula Tech, what's up? Eddie, what's up? Who else we got in here? Manipulation, yup. Bamboo, so I guess a low market cap with a high price works too. A low market cap with a high price. It could, but there's a multiplier effect that happens, right? Like, I showed this before. If, like, depending on what this goes to at the current circulating supply. Let's show it again. I'll go on X, right? Go on Grok. It's hilarious. People have been making fun of me for using Grok for these math calculations. Dude, these are hard math calculations. Okay, so XRP is at, watch this, $15 with a circulating supply of, so let's say the circulating supply stayed the exact same. I did the ginger shot. We did it at the start. But we got the ginger juice right here. Cold pressed apple beet ginger. It's keeping me fueled. Watch this though. We're going to show you how market cap moves. So let's say the circulating supply stays the same. No more XRP comes into circulation. By the way, Ripple is in control of that. You guys know they hold the majority of the XRP. Well, not the majority, actually. They hold like 34 billion, right? They are removing that from circulation as a form of control, but they also have to for the escrow, right? So watch this. XRP is at $15 now, hypothetically, with a circulating supply of 60 billion. What is the market cap? Put it into AI. Let's check what it says. Okay. the market cap would almost be 1 trillion. 910 billion. 910 billion. And currently we are at 126 billion. Now, let's do this. Let's say, a similar move. So XRP is at $2.08, which it's at right now. But the circulating supply is at, so now let's say Ripple actually launched all their tokens into existence somehow. They can't do that, by the way. But let's say all the tokens are in circulation, is at 100 billion, right? What is the market cap? So the price stayed the same, but the circulating supply grew. Now watch what it says, right? 208 billion. Okay. Wait, is this doing this correctly? Yes. 208 billion. So look at the difference. When the price moves, that really, really affects the market cap even more than circulating supply. It just affects it so much more. But let's go like this, and let's do the $15 price target. So $15 with everything circulating. Now, these are just hypotheticals because Ripple can't put this out. 1.5 trillion, okay? 1.5 trillion right there. So market cap would be 1.5 trillion. That's with $15 and circulating supply at 100 billion. So just showing you kind of how it moves. Not Fuzzy, appreciate you for becoming a supporter, bro. Welcome to the channel memberships. I think you just unlocked you get the badge, but you also get the XRP emoji to use in the chat, I think. Let me see. Do we have the XRP emote? Yes, we do. There it is. We also have my wife and I doing funny faces. I'm going to add some more for you guys, don't worry. For all the channel supporters. I will add some more. Yeah, thank you for joining, bro. Appreciate you for joining. Okay, let's keep it going. Yeah, Fuzzy, I'm still holding, bro. I'm telling you, if you guys make a move, like that's one of my main ones. I might have to buy some more, to be honest. So XRP is dirt cheap. So I explained the OTC thing, right? That's how money can change hands without hitting the market. Today, XRP market cap is $18 billion. But wait, look at how it was at 18 billion only. 18 billion only in 2022. That doesn't mean there's actually $18 billion of money that has been put into XRP. There's far less, as the market cap is just a reflection of the current value anyone's willing to pay. Exactly. Okay, the phantom money, right? Just because the market cap is 100 trillion doesn't mean that $100 trillion went into it. There doesn't need to be $100 trillion on Earth for it to be 100 trillion. That's one of the main things I see as well. We've been told the story that banks will send dollars to public exchanges, so ODL won't necessarily drive up the price. This is true. ODL is really for the little guys, leveling the playing field for small banks and money transmitters to eventually eliminate dependency of correspondent banking to major banks, allowing competition to flourish. Okay, he's talking about ODL involves privacy. The road to 20K involves privacy. Banks require privacy. Okay. Private XRP ledgers he's talking about. XRP will become a reserve currency asset. So it's interesting to go back and look at stuff from 2022 because his whole narrative here is private ledger. And yes, banks absolutely do need privacy. Okay, banks holding XRP, that's the holy grail. Remember, XRP can issue any type of other asset. CBDCs can be issued. That means Bank of America will create BOA coin on the XRP ledger. That is a huge claim. Huge claim, right? What is stopping Bank of America from simply doing this themselves? Why do they have to go and use the XRP ledger? That's the bet we're making, is that they will. So it's just like a gold reserve. They have to hold the balance of XRP and then they can do whatever they want. Dirk, you said total supply is 99 billion according to CoinGecko. Is that only due to the burning of every transaction? Yes. Yes, I think that's why it does say that, right? Total supply, because there's a burn happening. So, but it's been years, right? It's been actually 13 years, right? It's been 13 years. So 15, yeah, is that million? Only burned. It's not crazy, but it helps. And there's a reason that they put it at that amount. Because if you think about it, if XRP goes to $1,000, think about how much money that was burnt from existence. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, let's finish up the theory right here. I mean, he's basically just saying private ledgers, they need XRP. It's now a business dependency, and just like gold, they're going to go beast mode on hoarding it. So I love that they're saying that XRP is going to be just like gold in terms of how valuable it is. But you have Bitcoin trying to do that, right? The banks, when they are ready, are coming for the public XRP supply, and once they have it, it's gone. You'll never see it again. That's the confusing part, is why did they launch it to retail, and why is it available to retail if they're just going to change the financial system with it? That's where you get the whole great wealth transfer and generational wealth transfer narrative, which is that this is an opportunity. We have to seize it, and it's only available to certain people. Raula Tech, thank you for becoming a supporter, bro. I see you got the new badge. Glad to be a member, well deserved, big fan. Thank you for joining. I love seeing the new badges in the chat. That's great. The new badges. By the way, if you continue to be a supporter, that new badge, you can see it changes into a more OG badge. So your badges can upgrade, which is pretty sick, right? The longer you are a supporting member, the more your badge upgrades and you're going to stand out in chat. And by the way, if you're a member, I see your name as green in the chat right now, so I'm going to prioritize the green names. That's one of the perks. Bitcoin gets flipped by XRP. Dude, I hope so. So, you know, all of this is seeming to come down to supply and demand. He says, what happens when that public circulating supply drops to only 1 billion? You know, so this is really what it's about, is stuff like this, the ETFs eating up the supply, eating up the OTC desks, the dark pools. Don't fall for that term. Don't think that this is something like, you know, esoteric or something or scary. Dark pool just means you can't see what's going on. We can see XRP changing hands, right? Like we can see it moving around to people and big whale transactions, but we can't see like the wire transfers that are being made. It does have a fixed, XLM. Oh, you're talking about XLM? They released it to the public because they needed retail's money to make their acquisitions and partnerships. That is a really good point. We are the funders of Ripple's success, basically, right? Like they are only successful because they did XRP so well. And they legally are the biggest holder now because they fought the SEC and they fought hard with $100 million to make sure that they can keep that wallet, right? If we go XRP Ripple wallet and we type that in on Google, right? Okay, actually, let's just go to the rich list here. The rich list, you can see Ripple is the top holder. Crypto Geek, what's up? Yeah, so, I mean, the 20K theory, this is from 2022. you got to move that down from 20K, man. You got to go at least the 1K theory. 1K is a little more doable. I know half of the XLM was burned, but I thought it had a max. I know I went on CoinGecko before too, and the max supply, it says infinite right there. So if we go Stellar XLM max supply, it's capped at 50 billion. After the Stellar Foundation burned half of the initial 100 billion tokens to create a stable token economy, right? Yes, I do remember. And this is a crucial part of their story, dude. That's a crucial part of their story, because why did they want to do that? Right? And where is this pulling info from too? Like, is this pulling info from a good place? Bitcoin gets flipped by XRP. I'm talking about the market cap, not coin. Yeah, the price, we're talking flipping the market cap. Is that unknown wallet the escrow? Is that the escrow? Country. I feel like this is the escrow. Because because it gets, like, they put money back in. So if we click this, right? Oh, wait, hold on. Can you actually view the address on here or not? Because right here, do you see that? Right here, 30-day change, 712 million back in. That's how much XRP they did put back in, right? Because they get $1 billion unlocked monthly, and then they put 700 million back in. They put 700 million back in. Yeah, so Stellar, they burnt down to 50 million in November 2019. This is a narrative I haven't heard in a while. The XRP burn. The XRP burn narrative. It's not even possible unless all of the validators agree. And even at that, I don't know if it's possible. But Stellar Development Foundation, they did the controversial token burn to 50 million, right? Which increased the price over 25% in 48 hours. And, that's insane to burn half your supply. Like, if that happened to XRP, imagine the rage, bro. I think, I think we would be rich, because that's what I wish XRP had. I wish XRP had the same supply as Stellar and HBAR. That's what I wish, because then it makes a little bit more sense to talk about supply and scarcity. But once again, there's a reason they made it 100 billion. There's a reason they made it 100 billion. Let's keep going through my likes. I think there's some more interesting stuff here. We had the UK news today. Dagnum, he's a big constellation guy, he's a big constellation guy, and he's talking about how I exposed the Amazon partnership. It's not an Amazon partnership. You guys are finally, thank God, finally you're on a channel that actually tells the truth, tells it how it is. Dude, XRP and Amazon, there's nothing. They just use AWS, Amazon Web Services. They just use it. And everyone in crypto uses AWS. So there's no partnership. And until they have an exclusive partnership or special partnership, I won't be excited. Have you heard of Carrot? Yes, I have. I have heard of Carrot. I think that I follow Carrot. I follow DeFi Carrot. Is this it? Or are you talking about this one? No, you're not talking. Are you talking about this one? I do follow that. I've heard of that. Yeah. So we have that. XRP will flip Bitcoin. Okay. That would be bullish. What else have I stored here? I kind of use my like button on Twitter as a bookmark. So Chainlink is extremely bullish. Drop your questions in the chat. We are going to wrap this up in about 10 to 15 minutes here. 10 to 15 minutes. This was crazy. The manipulation on this, right? Possible insider trading here with Polymarket. Oh my goodness. If you guys know about Polymarket. What's going on with the XRP ledger? Nothing. We're chilling. The XRP escrow was essentially the burn. Oh, but I think it's very, very, very unlikely that they actually make 50 billion disappear. Yeah, it would be good, but also bad if they made 50 billion disappear. Like, we might not be able. Well, I guess no, we can. Like, I was going to say we might not be able to facilitate trillions of volume. Or, sorry, not trillions of volume, trillions of value being moved with 50 billion. But yes, we can. Of course we can. The price just will go up, right? If a bank needs to send, for example, this is all hypothetical. If a bank needs to send $1 billion right now, do you know how much XRP they need? Watch this. This is my favorite XRP math, I think, right? So if we want to send, right, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, 1 billion. We want to send, oh shoot, hold on. We want to send $1 billion, okay? $1 billion is what we want to send to, wait, is this 1 billion? Why am I glitching out right now, man? Hold up. Yes, of course. This is 1 billion. 4.8 million XRP. So now though, if we want to do a trillion, like look how it just scales, right? It just scales so fast. So the value needs to be higher to convey more, or sorry, the token price needs to be higher for them to send money with the same supply. And David has been over this. I'll probably do a dedicated video on that. I use eToro. What's your thoughts on that platform? eToro is good. eToro is good. I think they partnered with like Twitter, right? Partner with Twitter, did they? Yeah, they were a partner with Twitter, which is interesting. eToro, I don't even have an account on eToro. I don't know if it's actually available in my location in Canada. Details are fuzzy. We can do a fuzzy chart check right here. Let's see what's up with fuzzy. Oh dang, we retraced. This is a meme coin on the XRP ledger. If you didn't know, I did buy this, and we kind of retraced from. We kind of retraced. Interesting. So we'll be live for about 10 more minutes here. And with USA, what's your take on what's going on with Canada, with the housing market, especially with USA tariffs, them restricting institutions from buying homes and buying mortgage bonds? Exactly, dude. Well, I mean, restricting institutions is pretty crazy because all of the housing being bought up by institutions isn't really a good idea, you know? Isn't really a good idea to let institutions buy it all up. But I'm pretty tapped out of the real estate market, and like I don't really keep an eye on the Canadian housing market. I know it's pretty bad. Will it crash? I don't think it's going to crash. I think that space, dirt, housing is extremely important and extremely scarce because everyone is gravitating towards stupid cities, right? We're all bunched up in the cities just on top of each other. And I'm so bullish on housing, like just real estate and houses and land, because it is finite. Finally caught a live. What's up, Sean, Ryan? Okay, what else? Yeah, eToro can be expensive. There's better ones with better fees for sure. So one guy dumped with Fuzzy. Okay, one guy. Why don't your lives send a notice? I don't know. Take that up with YouTube, bro. Why don't my lives send out a notice? I don't know. You guys got to turn on notifications, man, because YouTube, they don't want to hear the truth over here. I'm telling you, they want to block me. I've had videos taken down. I've had, like misinformation claims and all that. So turn on notifications, click subscribe. What's next on the agenda is I want to do more streams in the coming weeks, but I have a video dropping tomorrow probably or Sunday we're just breaking down $1,000 XRP. What would need to happen? Here's a sneak peek of kind of everything we talk about in that one. Tether imploding, the OTC dark pools flippening, treasuries, the back end of the stock market. Yeah. Plan on going into real estate. Hopefully, that'd be sick. Yeah, that's number one place for crypto profits, in my opinion. If you're making crypto profits, make sure you're rolling it back into something that is income producing. It's fun to spend it on cars and everything and houses, but do it as investments, right? Roll it back into things that make you money. Crypto, I've always said, is a... Here, we'll switch off of here for now. Crypto, I've always said, is a means, a vessel to level up your life. That's it. Crypto is a vessel to level up your life. How do I get into the community? Link is in the description. For the people, for the real ones that have been watching, we can show you a little bit of the community. So I'm not going to show like the private sections, but this is what it looks like when you get in there. Extremely sick. You'll claim access for your Discord, right? So you claim access. You claim access to the trading group. We have 2 trading groups for futures trading with experienced traders in there. And then we've got a meme coin Telegram as well. We've got courses in there. We've got custom software. Link is in the description for that. We are building something very nice with that. One last question, Mason. Have you heard about what Trump wants to do with Greenland? If he does, what kind of effect do you think it will have on XRP? I mean, wasn't he yapping about that a long time ago, right? Are they still going for the takeover? Are they still going for the takeover? I mean, in terms of what it will do to XRP, I don't think it will. Yeah, I don't know. That'll be interesting to see if they can do that, right? They've got that insane mineral wealth in Greenland, and I don't know. He's gonna rename it. What is he really gonna do with it? Yeah. I don't know if it'll... Are you pro Canada becoming a U.S. state? Yes. Yes. I will say yes, bro. Definitely. I'm in Alberta, so yes. That would be sick. Either Alberta becoming its own country and separating, or Canada becoming part of the U.S. I'm so annoyed that I live in Canada, because USA is just sick right now. It's just booming. Like for crypto, there's better regulations. They've got a great SEC right now. Like, it's just way better, man. Goldland, that'd be sick. He's gonna rename it Goldland. Huh, that'd be crazy. Yeah, Alberta has had talks of separating. Been holding for 10 years. Give a suggestion about ETH USDT. You know what? ETH is just trucking along. I believe in a 10K ETH, 100%. 10K ETH. I've never actually checked the market cap for a 10K ETH. well, obviously at the current supply. So hold on, 10, 1, 2, 3. Why can't I go to a 10K ETH on this? Okay, well, let's leave that for now. Have you ever been discouraged in crypto and almost sold everything? The Dare Bear. The Dare Bear. 1 second here. Can I, like, how do I do this? Hold up. Sign in. Boom. The Dare Bear. Have you ever been discouraged in crypto? Yes. I feel like I just came out of a period of discouragement for sure. Of like, when the price doesn't move, it's just like, it's hard to, and good news comes out and nothing goes up, right? Or you get in at such a bad entry, it's hard to stay with courage. Almost sold everything. My long-term stuff is so locked away that I just don't even think about it. I really have like a separate full bag for dealing with like everyday stuff. What I mean by that is I go by the 4-tier portfolio method that I made up. It's a framework that I made up. It's called the 4-tier portfolio framework. Link is in the description. If you join the Gold Squad community, you get access to the course, the portfolio building course, where I detail the 4-tier portfolio method. But one of the parts of it is having an active piece of your capital that you can actually like trade on a day-to-day. Meaning, if I think XRP is low right now, I can put $1,000 of that capital into XRP. I can wait till it goes up, and then I'll sell that, and I'll actually make money in crypto. So have I ever sold everything? Dare Bear, to answer your super chat. Thank you for the super chat. To answer your super chat, like, have I ever been discouraged? Absolutely. But dude, I am a holder through and through. I've been here for 7 years. I will never contemplate selling everything, even though that sounds so attractive, bro. Imagine just being out of crypto fully and just allowed to breathe for 1 second. You know, I'll just big breath. Like, that's going to be a breath of fresh air when you do sell everything. What's the easiest way to join the Gold Squad? The easiest way is to, here, I'll put it right here in the chat. You know, goldsquad.vip. That link, that's how you can join. Goldsquad.vip is how you can join into the inner circle. Dude, I'm building a lot of stuff. We're building a lot of stuff. The custom portfolio builder tracker. I'm turning that into an app on your phone so you can actually, you know, track and build your portfolio. We don't just want to be another portfolio tracker for you guys. We want to actually build, like have a builder. So it's like when you load in your portfolio, by the way, we have the web app live. The web app is live already. And basically when you put your coins in that you have, like, not deposit, I mean, it's a portfolio tracker and builder. So you track your portfolio on it, but it will show you what sectors of crypto you are exposed to and what sectors you aren't exposed to. And then you can do rebalancing to actually make sure you're exposed to the best sectors in crypto. That's one of the features we have. We got a lot of other features too. If your channel gets deleted and you lose everything, Gold Squad dies and the other apps you create, no. I've had my channel, I've had my TikTok deleted. We have 1.5 million followers on TikTok. I've had it deleted. Nothing happens. Gold Squad exists on Discord and WAP.com. And then we have a gigantic email community as well. So email lasts forever, kind of. They can't really take that away. The apps, I will continue to run them. And if they have to disappear for some reason, then they disappear. And we let you guys know why. But I appreciate all of you. I'm going to take the final swig of the juice. Apple beet ginger juice, folks. Oh my goodness. Definitely some some ginger pieces in the... We started the stream off with the ginger shot, by the way, too. Might make that a thing on here. Thank you all for watching. We're going to wrap this up. Please drop a like on the video. And am I sponsored by these drinks? No, bro. No. That would be... We should make our own drink, to be honest. No, I'm not sponsored by these drinks. This is just my juice. I'm not sponsored by the drinks. That would be funny, though. Like Prime, yeah. Thank you all for watching. We're going to wrap this up. And yeah, I hope you all have a good weekend. I'll have that video dropping. Stay tuned. Turn on notifications. Just like Sean Ryan said in the chat, they don't want to send out my live notifications. They don't want it. They don't want this truth, bro. They do not want this truth. So turn on the notifications so that you know when I'm going live. Health is wealth. Facts. Thank you for watching, and goodbye, folks.